Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the video with Brooklyn. How are you doing this fabulous Friday morning? So remember, it is Freedom Friday. We are free. We are almost at the end of a 5-day work week, okay? We're starting our weekends, so let's continue to take our freedom spirit, our freedom mindset into the weekend, okay? Be free. Don't let anyone tie you up. Don't let them bind your spirit down, your mind down, physically, just tying you up to where you are not free to do anything. And when I say physically, I mean like just talking you into staying home if you want to go out and enjoy the weather, or just talking you into working an extra shift if you just want to be off. Don't let people just tie you into something that you don't want to do. Be free. So this morning I was reading an article. I can't find the article. It disappeared on me while I was reading it, but I got the gist of it. It's about a girl. It was about a girl who wants to renew her rent lease, okay? But she needed help with the rent to renew it. So she asked a cousin of hers, "Can you please help me to renew my lease?" She trusted him. This was a close cousin of hers. And he said, "Okay, I will help you renew your lease for one thing, for one condition." She says, "What?" He says, "Have sex with me in exchange and I'll pay the rent." Okay? She, of course, was devastated because this is her cousin, a close cousin, not down the line cousin, a close cousin, almost like sister and brother, sharing bloodline. She tells the family, his mother and everything, and the mother calls her, begging her, "Do not tell anyone. Do not tell anyone else outside of the family. Keep it to yourself because it's a shameful act. It's incest. You might as well sleep with your sister or your brother. It's incest." So the girl was so devastated, and the reason why I'm talking about this on Freedom Friday, for one thing, is hideous, is horrendous. But if she had of complied with her aunt's request, she would have been bound down, tied down, mentally, spiritually, and physically, because this man, her cousin, probably would have forced her into sex because it would have been a secret, but she took to Twitter and she shared the text that he sent her, and she even blasted the aunt on Twitter, telling everyone, "My aunt called me begging me not to tell anyone because of how shameful it was." I'm glad that she told. That's what I'm saying. If she had of listened to this aunt's request, her life just would have been messed up, okay? I'm sure she is having all kinds of thoughts now, and she's devastated, but she's free. She's free to not be bullied into sex with her cousin. I'm sure that if she had have kept this secret, like I said, that would have been the case. She probably would have wound up being just a sex buddy against her will, a rape victim against her will with the cousin, because the mother is actually basically defending her son's behavior. Don't tell anyone. What she should have did was blasted him herself and just basically popped him upside his head and just disgraced him. You don't ask your cousin to have sex with you. What kind of pervert are you? What kind of man did I raise? Which leads me to the question, what kind of man did this woman raise? Her and her husband, if he's in the picture. She didn't mention him, but regardless whether the husband is in the picture or not, even if you were raised an orphan, you don't want to sleep with your cousin. That's just something that's not even natural. That's not even natural. I know of some cousins who are so close, it's just like their sisters and brothers, and they wanted to keep it a secret, but she blasted it on one of the world's top leading social media sites, Twitter. And I'm glad that she did, because you have to learn to speak up so that you can be free, and so that you can have, and other people can have the mindset that they just can't do what they want to do to you. You know, and I've had to learn that because a lot of times you are in positions where you're afraid to speak up because it can cost you. It can cost you your livelihood. It can cost you your marriage. You know, it can cost you your spot in church if you are in a position in church that you don't want to lose. You know, it can cost you positions. It can cost you to lose things. But sometimes for your dignity and for your self-worth, you have to speak up. You have to speak up, you know, and sometimes let the chips fall where they may. You know, let the chips fall where they may. Let them lie where they lie. You know, and you go into situations sometimes scared because, you know, it's basically a form of bullying when someone makes you do something that you don't want to do and then you can't speak about it or you can't speak up for yourself, you know, and that binds you down. It puts you in a position where you're burdened. You know, you are afraid, and then it makes you have to do other things against your will. So I'm glad that this young lady spoke up and told it, and she told the world, you know, because it just could have came out to really be disastrous. And I know a lot of people out here probably would have done it because they were afraid of not being able to pay their rent. So they would lower their standards and they would have sex with a family member, you know? And that's no worse, even if they're the same age, it would be no worse than an uncle molesting a niece or a father molesting a daughter, you know, or someone molesting a child in the family, a grandfather molesting his grandchild or a grandmother molesting her grandchild. It's no different. It's a predator, you know, and he evidently felt that she had such low self-esteem that she would actually agree to having sex with him to pay her rent. And this would not have been one-time thing. Even though he was saying, you know, I'll help you renew your rent lease, I guess, and pay whatever they was doing, you know, for this one-time favor. But I'm sure that it would have turned out to be more than one time because it would have been a secret. And once you do things in secrecy, it only gets worse. It doesn't get better. It gets worse. That's like people that rob banks. They do it in secrecy, right? And then the group of people that you helped rob the bank, you want to get your $5,000, $10,000 and go on to Mexico, you know, or go to Canada and get on about your business. But then they want to get more because they're greedy. So now they're going to tell you, well, you with us. If we go down, you go down. We want to hit 5 more banks. So you're going to go with us. Because if you don't, we go to jail, you go to jail. Instead of you just saying, I got my $5,000 or my $10,000 or whatever it is, I'm out of here, because you know they're not going to go tell that you helped them rob a bank. By the time they get caught, you in Mexico, you in Canada. But that fear that you have, that entanglement, that bondage, it makes you go and rob 20 more banks. And then by the time you can't get out of it, you done been shot up, you all laid out in the bank lobby, blow to pieces, or you in prison because you just didn't stand up and say, I got my money, deuces, I'm done. You know, a lot of people just get into things. You know, when a family member molests someone or a close family friend molests someone, they tell them, if you tell someone, this is our secret. If you tell someone, you're going to get in trouble. I'm going to kill somebody. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do this. So the victim doesn't tell anyone. It stays a secret, and it keeps happening over and over and over because of fear. And they are in bondage. Instead of going to tell their parents right away, or a school official or the police officers, they keep it to themselves, and they're molested for years. Some of them wind up having children by their predator. You know, so, you know, I'm glad that she freed herself. She did not allow this rent situation to help put her in a position of bondage, you know? So today is Freedom Friday. We are almost done with our full work week, you know? Some of us, those of us work more, but our 5-day work week, okay? And I want you all to continue to just be free in your mind, in your spirit, and in your body, you know? Just be free and just be safe about it. You know, keep your mindset safe. Keep your mindset free. Don't let anything just mess up your spirit. Try to keep a positive spirit, you know. Don't let anyone beguile you, you know, fool you. and trickery, you know? So with that being said, I'm going to say Vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So Vielen Dank for watching me, and choose, that's what? That's bye in German.